Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to FTB Revelation. That's right, folks, we are back in our modded world doing all the cool modded things. We've been working on this here for a little bit. I moved some stuff down here. I think I want to put it in this area right here, but I'm not 100% sure. But before we do that, before we get going on that, there's a couple of general like housekeeping kind of things I want to talk about. So first and foremost, if you caught yesterday's vlog, you know that we were having trouble with the FTB Utilities chunk loading, right? So FTB Utilities gives you the ability to claim areas, works out really well for servers, right? Claim areas and then chunk load those areas, right? But since we're doing world downloads every 10 episodes, if I forget to turn this off, you guys can't access any of my stuff. So I've done something to fix that. I have decided to go ahead and put in chunk loaders from Chicken Chunks. Now we've got the regular chunk loader here, which is an enchantment table, and then some gold and an ender pearl, right? But we also have little spot loaders, right, that are part of that mod as well. So if you take one of those chunk loaders and surround it by ender pearls, you get 10 spot loaders, which we can totally use those spot loaders to go around the world and do some cool things. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and get some of those chunk loaders built, get some of those spot loaders built, and go around the world and place them in areas that we need them to be placed in. So like right here at the base would be one because of power gen and stuff like that, and then the other place would be over in the mining dimension because that's where our builder is. And while the builder will load its own chunks as long as you're in that dimension, it will not load its own chunks if you leave that dimension. So we do have to have a chunk loader in that dimension so that it'll stay running when we're here in the overworld or in the nether or whatever. So we're going to do that today. But the other thing I want to talk about real quick, and this is a promise that I make to all of my patrons when they come on board at a certain reward level. So we have a new patron on www.patreon.com/RB_plays. You've seen the trailer at the end of some of my videos. You've seen the little information button that pops up about 4, 5, 6 minutes in, depending on how long the video is. And it is a link that you can go to support me on Patreon. And we have a new supporter. So Deuce, thank you so much for your support on Patreon. I do appreciate it very much. Stay tuned to the end of the episode, and your name will be highlighted in big, bold letters as a member of our Patreon production staff. If you're interested in checking out what the reward levels are on Patreon, go ahead and head over to that link that'll be in the description below, and you can chat about it, or you can take it out. You can take a look at it and see what it's all about, and decide if that's something that you want to do. So now that we've got those housekeeping items up to date, the discussions up to date, we can go ahead and get started on some things that we want to do. So first thing we need is to build a couple of enchantment tables. I've been trying to work on some stuff here. I've been trying to replace some of the cobblestone that I had out here with regular stone, so that's what all this is. I think I've got some more that I just cooked up, so I need some there and some there and all that. But we're gonna need a good little bit of ender pearls. So let's go ahead and get how many of those do I think I'm gonna need 8, 9, I guess it is. 9, right? So chunk loader is 1, and then the spot loader is 8 more, right? So yeah, we're gonna need one of those. And then to make the enchantment table, we're gonna need a book, we're gonna need diamonds, we're gonna need obsidian. That stuff is all upstairs. You guys are loud. You guys are really loud. But anyway, I did add chicken chunks as a mod here. But I also tried this morning to update the pack to version 1.4 because 1.4 is out for this pack. But as you guys know, I'm a Linux gamer, right? So I do not use Twitch app. I can't. It won't run on Linux. So I use a program called MultiMC. Some of you probably have heard of it. But when you do that, you can't just download. Not like the FTB launcher or the Twitch app where you just go and navigate to the page where the mod is and you download it. You actually have to download it using another program, and that program that I use is made by Vasky, and it's called CMPDL, Curse Mod Pack Downloader. But it's having some issues. So apparently, if there is any kind of like special symbol, like brackets or percent signs or anything like that, that is in a mod name on Curse, CMPDL doesn't want to download it. And so I'm having trouble getting Better Builders wands and PAMs, and I think there was 1 or 2 other mods that that didn't want to download. Now there's totally a way that we can get around that, right? But I didn't have time to do that this morning. That'll probably be something that I do this week. So tomorrow, as you are well aware, tomorrow is episode 20, and so we'll have a world download available. And so just remember that it's going to still be on version 1.3 as of tomorrow. So we need to get some... Okay, gold's over here. Need to get some gold, need to get some diamonds. 5 of those. We'll get some diamonds, which I think my diamonds are here. Not here. Did I put them downstairs in my... I did. I put them downstairs in the applied energy. Ugh. We're going to need to get going on some extra power, because every once in a while I'll get in here. Just, oh. Back out there. 1, nope, I need it. 2 diamonds. But anyway, power is getting to be an issue for us, because every once in a while I'll get in here and it'll just go blank on me because it doesn't have enough power. Usually it happens if I'm doing ore processing, so definitely going to need to get some more power going here pretty soon. Books. I need a book. Do I have any books in here? Yes. 1 of those. So, oh, and we need some obsidian. Running low on obsidian. We're going to have to get something going to make obsidian. I don't remember exactly how much we need. So anyway, loader. Chunk. Make a U. A U. A U. Okay, so there's that. Totally make this. And then, since we're at it, we might as well go ahead and make a bunch of these. Cool. So now we got these little spot loaders. Now, the difference between these spot loaders and the regular chunk loader that we had before, this one here, you can kind of set its range, right? Well, I don't want to load my entire world, right? I don't need to load my entire world. I just need to load a few things that I need to keep running, like power gen and maybe ore processing and stuff in the mining dimension and stuff like that. So the first thing I want to do is I totally want to come in here. I want to unclaim all of those chunks. Oops. How do I unclaim it? Right click to unclaim. Ah, there it goes. Oh, okay, so totally do this. Drag my mouse. There. Unclaimed chunks, right? So now if I come along here and I put this little chunk loader in, then we're going to have some, then we'll be able to load this chunk. But I want to find out where my chunk borders are. What is it, F9? No, it's not F9. Chunk border. Hang on a second. I got to figure out how to do chunk borders. Changed it on me. Okay, we totally figured it out. It's F3G to show the chunk border. So this actually works out pretty well because because this is all in one chunk, which is very cool. I didn't plan that. I probably should have, but I didn't plan that. So we should be able to put one of these spot loaders in here, and that will keep our power running. Oh, good! I can put it right up on top of there, and then that will also keep. We can also get in the chest, which is good. So that takes care of that. Now the other thing that we're going to probably want to do is the chunk that feeds that is going to be this one right here. Not chunk. This is the same chunk. Oh, we got lucky there. We got totally lucky. Look at this. The border is like right there. So that is all. All of our current power generation is in one chunk. That is very cool. We probably want to do something with some of this stuff. I did get very lucky, didn't I? Holy cow. I got so lucky on it. Amazing. We might want to do something on this as far as food production goes. I'm not real sure yet. I think I do want to keep this run. Oh, and now that we didn't get so lucky on. That's on 2 different chunks. So let's go down here, and we can just do this. We can just put one there, and we can put another one here, and that'll load those 2 chunks. So that should keep all of this loaded, and we'll be able to produce mana, which is going to be good. Now, the other thing that we need to do, probably need to head over to the mining dimension to take care of that. So let's go ahead and sleep the night away. We'll go to the mining dimension. We'll plop that thing down in there, and that should take care of all of the chunk loading that we need immediately, so that we can get off of this FTB utilities thing, because it's totally frustrating me, right? It's not working the way that it should, and that kind of irritates. So this is definitely in one chunk. So what I can do is I can just go ahead and get in here and unchunk load it and unclaim it, right? So now you guys can totally come in here and check out my stuff, and that should keep this chunk loaded. And so keep mining. And how we doing? Yeah, we're doing okay. We got some draconium dust. Very cool. We're going to need that eventually. We don't need it today. All right, so now that we got this whole chunk loading thing situated, go ahead and get rid of our chunk border again. So now we're back to normal. And let's take a look at what we're going to do next today. And the thing that we want to do next today is we want to get a way to do some crafting inside of our Applied Energistics ME system, right? So right now we just have a terminal. We can use this terminal to access our goods. We can store things in here maybe not using, and that's kind of cool. So that's kind of cool. But I want to be able to craft in here as well. And so to do that, you're going to need a crafting terminal. Right? So a crafting terminal is going to be one of these things here. And to make one of those, this is why we needed to make the crystal growth accelerator and the crystal growth chamber last episode, because these things here, we want to make some calculation processors, but to make calculation processors, you have to have pure Certus quartz. And pure Certus quartz can be obtained a couple of different ways. You can do it in a phytogenic isolator. I don't even know what that is. Or you can do it in, you can drop it in water, right? And I don't want to do that. Because if you drop it in water, it takes forever, right? But we can make one of these seeds, one of these Certus quartz. You can make one of these pure Certus quartz seeds from Certus quartz dust and sand, right? So let's get some. I think I've got some Certus quartz dust here someplace. Yeah, so there's some of that. Let's go ahead and get 1, 2. Yeah, let's get 5 of those. And let's get some sand also. Sand we should have upstairs in our stonework factory back here. So let's grab some sand, and we'll make a few of these. I did change something back here too. You guys were asking me, dude, why did you have so many boxes back here? Well, it's because I did. The other cool thing is, some of you pointed out that you can get you can get silicon from here if you pulverize the sand, which we totally did. So now we got silicone in here, which we're probably going to need some of that too. So let's grab about 10 of those. Let's grab 5 of these. 5? Yeah. So if we put this, put this and this together, we get these Certus quartz seeds. So that's going to give us 10 of those. And now if we take this downstairs, we should be able to grow these in our crystal growth chamber. And they shouldn't take super long to do. That should be right. Growth chamber here. Yes. Yes. So go ahead and plop those in there, and they should. Oh yeah, see, they're growing right now. So eventually what's going to happen is that's going to become a pure Certus quartz crystal, and we can use that in our scriber so that we can make pure Certus quartz calculation processor. So let's get our pattern. This one, right? The calculation processor. One of those. Okay. We shouldn't need the silicon one. We've already got some silicon over here, which we can totally use. So you and you come out, you go in, you are done. Cool. Let's go ahead and turn all of you into calculation processors, because we're gonna need actually go ahead and do that many. We'll do 2 for now. 2 there, you go there, and you go there, and that will make us a calculation processor And we're trying to make a crafting terminal, right? So crafting this thing. One of those, plus we need an ME terminal, which is going to be a logic processor. So it's a good thing that I didn't... Oh, wait, what? Oh, what did I just do there? There. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Wait, what? Oh, it already made one for me. That's kind of weird. Let's get some gold. Oh, I see what happened. Making them now. I got it. We need to get some gold. Do I have gold down here? Yeah. A little bit of this. We're actually going to need one of these. And we're also going to logic. One logic. Yes. Gosh, I got to get used to the fact that that can't use the E button to get out of the ME. So anyway, we need... I said get out of there. Inventory. So we'll get that. Oh, you in, you go in. That gives me the logic one that we need. And then we also need our annihilation core and our formation core, which we already have. Should have those, right? Yes. A formation. Yes. And one of the back. Okay, so now we just need a crafting bench. And I should have a crafting bench here that we can use to do some of this work. Cool. Crafting terminal again. Go. Totally make. Yes. Oh, we don't have any wood. Wood. How do I not have any wood? I need a crafting bench. Totally need a crafting bench. Wood? Oh. Get out of there. Crafting bench. And so now, if we come over here, we should be able to make. We should be able to make this. This. Plus this. Plus this. Yes? Yeah, crafting terminal. Oh, baby. We have a crafting terminal. Love it. So now if we come over here and put this onto our ME system. Cable. Do you have any cable? Cable. Oh, yeah, I do have cables here. Good. So if I put a cable, say here. Yeah. So now we have a crafting grid down here, which is awesome. And start crafting things, which is going to be super helpful. So now the next thing that we're probably going to want to get going in this thing is we're going to need, well, I don't know if I want to get anything going in this yet. What we need to do is we need to have more storage, right? Because we do need to start bringing items back from the mining dimension, get them processed and get them into our system. But we have really no place to put it because we're half full already. Actually, we're more than half full already. So we got a long way to go to get more of this stuff. But now that we've got some cool stuff going on, maybe we can kind of automate a process. Can we automate a process, I wonder? Ooh, maybe. To automate a process, what are we going to need? We're going to need to have a pattern. We're going to have a pattern group or a pattern terminal. We need another crafting terminal and an engineering processor. So let's get a diamond. Let's get our engineering press. Get out of there. Go in. You go in. Give me that. Do I have any more silicon pressed up? I do not. So I need to make some silicon. You get in there. Silicon press. Go ahead and make those up, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute when this is done. Okay, I think we've got everything that we're going to need now to get moving on this. So we're trying again to make the pattern. I use the decimal point on my number pad to start and stop recording, so that decimal point period was. So anyway, we need to make another one of these crafting terminals, which means these, which we have, and we also need some more annihilation and for cores. Can I make those? There's that. There's that. Can I do that? I cannot. I don't have. Oh, and I don't want to use pure source. There it is. That's not charged. It charged. I want to use this. So we need some Fluix dust, and in order to get Fluix, you need to have a Fluix seed. Well, you need to have a Fluix seed, right? So, or you can put what is it? Redstone, quartz, and charge certus into a puddle. But there's some. I think there's another way to make that. So a Fluix seed is sand and Fluix dust. Okay, so we are going to have to make Fluix dust, and the only way to make Fluix dust crystal is to craft one in a puddle. So go ahead and get a couple of pieces of charge certus. Get ourselves some quartz, redstone. That'll give us like 8 of these. Then we can grind those up in our pulverizer. Hello, outside. We can grind those up in our pulverizer. Probably on. Need to something to not pick items up, which we probably could. Anya. That. Oh. So let's go grind these up. How many of those do I get? In order to. Well, I don't need to make a pure Fluix. Yeah, I can't. I have to actually pick you up because I didn't turn my magnet back on. Anyway, let's go ahead and pulverize some of these up. How many are we trying to make? Pattern term. This. 2. Go ahead and work that real quick. One gives you 1 dust? I think it's just 1 dust. Yeah, it's 1 dust. Go ahead and pulverize that. And then we can make our annihilation and formation core. Okay, let's go back. Sun's coming up. Hey. Downstairs. Formation. And problem. All right. Yeah. Annihilation. That. Cool. Formation. That. Not want to use. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so now we should be terminal again. Trying to make a pattern terminal. Okay. Pattern terminal. So to make the pattern terminal, you got to have regular terminal. That. Have the things. How do I not have the things? Did I not make those? I made those. Oh, all right. Well, let me make some logic cores. Oh, I did make logic. I used them. That's fine. Eventually, if we get this autocrafting stuff going, we'll be able to make our own, right? So be able to make them anytime. Logic press. And we also. I don't know how many. Yeah, it won't. I'll come back to you guys when this is done. Okay, 3 logic processors done. Go back in here now. Put those in there. 1. That'll give us an ME terminal. Cool. Now we need to make the crafting terminal again. Crafting terminal is going to be one of those. And then the pattern terminal. Pattern terminal. That. Do I have an engine press? I that ahead of time. How about that? Okay, so now we've got a back here. Now we can come over here and we can place this. So, and what this allows us to do is this allows us to create patterns, right? And patterns can be used in the auto crafting process. Now, we're probably not going to get to the auto crafting assemblies yet today, but we can try. I mean, I don't know exactly how long we've been going, but we can definitely try. But the first thing we need is patterns. Get a pattern, you need a blank pattern. Blank pattern is this one right here. Blank patterns are going to be either pure or charged service quartz. It's going to be quartz glass, it's going to be glowstone, and it's going to be iron. Right? I have all of that, but I don't want pure service quartz. Yeah. So we want to use quartz glass, we want to use this and this. And so in order to make a blank pattern, we probably better have a blank pattern, right? So let's go ahead and make a blank pattern. Okay? And now we're going to go ahead and make this pattern into a pattern to make patterns. Does that make sense? So yeah, so we're going to make this pattern into a pattern that will make patterns for us, and then we should be in good shape, right? Now, to make this thing work, we're also going to need a molecular assembler. That's going to be this thing, and I think we might be able to make this. We need annihilation cores, we need a crafting table. Make a crafting not. And totally. You go away. So now we want to make molecular assembler. Pretty sure I have everything here. Yes. Make it. Why can I not make it? Quartz glass. I only have one piece of quartz glass. Okay, so we need to make some quartz glass. Make that real quick. Quartz glass is going to be that. Can. One piece that I need. Awesome. Now we can totally make assembler again. The wonderful thing about the pattern table is that if you have all the stuff you need, you can make the item. I still don't have it. What am I missing? Oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on. Go over here. Make some quartz glass. Oh my gosh. Having trouble typing today. Quartz. Yes, please. Those will now be able to make the assembler, shall we? Assembler, transfer, yeah. Okay, so now this molecular assembler, the way that this thing works is you have to supply this thing with an interface, right? Now, Applied Energistics is kind of unique in that these cables can only hold so many items, right? It has channels in it, and so you can only use 8 channels. And so right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels. That makes 7, right? That makes 7. But there's a way that we can get around that if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and break that back. Can I turn you off? And make an interface, I think. Interface. How we make do an interface. This need annihilation and formation core. Regular glass, which I should have in. I don't think I have annihilation. Okay. Might be some more. Need some more pulverized. This. 2. Go ahead and put these upstairs. I know where to go because it'll only take as long as it takes to make 1 right here. Put that in there. That's fine then. Go over here. I'll show you. Thought for sure that we could. Give me 2 of those. And that should be enough to make annihilation cores that we need. And then we should be able to have an interface And then with the interface will interact. Molecular assembler, I think, be able to craft stuff. I hope. We're kind of shooting from the hip today, guys. I was trying to stay up last night and make a plan for this episode, and it totally didn't. So there are our annihilation cores. Now we need formation cores. Those. Want to use your circle? Okay, so now we should be able to make an interface. Okay, so interface, U, and then if we take and put this back in here, we get one of these, right? I don't want it. I want the big one for right now, because with this, what I can do now is I can put that there, and then I should be able to put this on top of that, right? So yeah, that's going to power through. Everything seems to be working. I can take this pattern now. I can put it in here. Now I can come down here, right? Where? Patterns. Oh, really? Where's patterns? There it is. So now I can tell this to make pattern. And as long as the materials are there, it's going to go ahead and let us do it. But it says that there are no crafting CPUs available. Oh, I forgot about crafting CPUs. In order to do this, it has to have a crafting CPU. What's it going to take to make one of them? Crafting. It's going to be one of these. So we're going to need a crafting unit, which is 2 of those and 1 of those and some of those. And then you need a coprocessor unit. Or is it a coprocessor unit? Crafting. Yeah, it's the crafting storage. So 1K crafting storage is just that plus a 1K storage component. So let me go ahead and make those. Let me go ahead and make the processors that we're going to need, and I'll come right back to you. Okay, I think we are ready to do. I made another. I made a few more of these things, so we should be ready now to crafting this crafting stuff. So we need a crafting unit. That should be easy. That's going to be 4 iron. It's going to be calculation presses, a logic processor, and I keep saying presses, but a processor and a couple of pieces of cable. So there's that. And then the other thing that we need is at least a 1K crafting storage. And so what this is this is the memory that allows the thing to fabricate what you're looking for. I should have the ability to make one of these. Go ahead and make that. Cool. And then here, crafting in. One day I'll just type it up there. Fine. So now we should be able to take this plus this and make. Cool. And as long as this is on the system someplace, we should be okay. So I'm just going to drop it right there. Now what happens, I'm hoping, seems to be okay. Seems to be okay. I wasn't sure if this was going to take away or not. If this was going to take away a channel or not, or if we were going to have overloaded the system, but it seems like we're okay. So now if I come in here and tell this to go ahead and craft me a pattern, it says that it can. There's a crafting thing available, but we don't have enough glass. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to teach it how to make glass. Can we do that? I think we can. Or we can just make the glass. Let's go ahead and just make the glass first. A pattern. A blank pattern, but glass first. Stuff. Now if we put that in there, right? Now we can tell it to go ahead and make a pattern. Boom. Boom. Wait, can't. Make one. Next. So it needs glass. It has glass. It's got all the stuff. We say start. And you just saw it right up there. It should be back in our system now. There it is. Cool. So now what we can do is we can come over to this side. And I'm going to straighten all this up as soon as I figure out exactly where I want it. But we come over here to this side. And we can take this blank pattern now. Right? And we can tell it, hey, I want you to know how to make these things. So make a pattern for it. Ta-da! If that's not the pattern that you want, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you just come out here in the world and shift click. Yeah, and it turns it back into a blank pattern. So that's going to do it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The likes and subscriptions help out oh so immensely when it comes to those pesky YouTube search results. The other thing that helps out a lot is comments. So make sure you leave your comments right down here, right down there in the comment section below, and we'll chat about it. Leave your tips, your tricks, your pointers, your attaboys, your what in the world were you thinking, all that good stuff, and we will chat about it in kind. Also, don't forget to stop by the Discord server where we chat about all kinds of stuff, Minecraft, other games, life in general, just the stuff, just all the cool stuff. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, folks. Thank you again, Deuce, for becoming a patron on the Patreon server. And folks, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we will catch you on the flip side. See you later. Bye-bye. A very special thanks to my Patreon support staff. If you'd like to become a Patreon patron, visit my page at www.patreon.com/RB_plays to find out more details.